Hey guys, and welcome to Just for the Record. I'm glad you made it here. Today there is gonna be number 2 of the video series of the most iconic record covers of all time. The last time I tried to be as objective as I could, even though that was still a little bit of my own preference in. And I showed you the most iconic record covers of all time. This time I'm gonna be entirely subjective. So this is gonna be my own opinion, my favorite record covers in my collection, 10 of them to be exact. Without losing any more time, I have disqualified all of the records that have been in the last video, so we don't get doubles. And yeah, let's just start with number 10, which is Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've said it last time and I'm going to say it this time. A good record cover isn't enough to be a good record cover. Sounds strange, but I'm going to explain. If you have an amazingly good record cover, but the music you produce is just average, the record cover isn't going to carry it. But if the music is good and the record cover is really good and suits it, both together is going to be amazing. And this is something, well, the image is an image that I would really get into my head when listening to the Chili Peppers. It really fits this California rock style that maybe they didn't invent it, but they definitely made it famous. And it really suits the band. It just plainly suits the band. Like switching the patterns of clouds and waves is very, very good. Having this red pool, and obviously this a little dried out California look, which the band goes for and even sounds like. Yeah, this is my number 10. Number 9. The Who. Who's Next? I'm gonna admit it now, I am not the biggest The Who fan. I mean, I do like The Who, they're a really, really good band and they have been very influential over times. And we do own, I think, Who's Next and Tommy. I would have picked Tommy if we would have considered the gatefold, but we don't. We just consider the cover. So it's gonna be Who's Next. And why is that? I spent quite a bit of money for this record, and I did so because I saw the cover and I thought this has to be good. It is The Who, so obviously it's gonna be good, but the cover just, I don't know what it is, but it triggered something inside of me. And that is obviously a good thing most of the time. But this really, like the cover really suits the record again. The record is gritty, it's a little loud, it's got Baba O'Reilly on it, Behind Blue Eyes, so it's absolute classic. It's a little toned down, not toned down in a way of sounding less, but sounding a little darker, a little deeper. And that's a great thing. Actually, my favorite record of them, presumably. Number 8. Demons and Wizards, Uriah Heep. I am a big fan of fantasy, of high fantasy, Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. And they are really playing with that image over a few records that I've done actually. King Crimson would be another very good example. I like drawings on records, I really do. I really like drawing on records. If you think about the Nick Drake record, Pink Moon, the drawing elevates this. Again, obviously it's amazing music, but the record cover suits it so well, so good. And yeah, this is a drawing that I really like, even though this is not a concept album about medieval times. It's not. Number 7, getting a little newer again. Gorillaz, Demon Days. You could say, well, they are just for comic people getting pictured. But the closer you look, the better it gets. First of all, the Gorillaz is just an entirely digital band, which is funny because, well, I'm not going to dive into their music. I really like their music, by the way, but I'm not going to dive too much into this. But the thing is, what they are going for. They are making a concept album about the new upcoming digital world. This is from 2004. So obviously the digital stuff was coming up then, or was really getting big then, taking our lives and consuming our lives in some kind of ways. And they made a picture that really represents Let It Be, for example, from the Beatles. But there are also some of the Police, I think. The Stones have a record that looks similar. And that is really, really great when you think about the topic of the record. I really enjoy this. Yeah, and the Gorillaz Demon Days, number 7. Number 6. Supertramp Crisis. What crisis? In my opinion, but that's just me guessing, this portrays one of those businessmen on the last days of Earth. Like, the planet is run down, the people are living a bad life, and he still has his money, he's on vacation, he's not seeing the dirt, he's not seeing the pollution, he isn't seeing the war and the destruction, he has his money, he's fine, he's gonna be fine. But the day will come when he realizes that money can't buy him out of that struggle. And maybe it's just me reading too much into this cover, but it always spoke to me. And it's really one of their best records. I think you could say it's their second best, actually. There is nothing that goes above Black Western America, at least not for me, but it's really good. Number 5. Oh, wrong way. The Jimi Hendrix Experience Axis Bold as Love. My favorite Jimi Hendrix record. Castles Made of Sand, Bold as Love, and much more great records. But I'm going to pull this out actually because it is going for an entire cover. A gatefold of Jimmy and his band being portrayed in the midst of some Hindu gods. I actually do not have any kind of idea what I'm talking about when it comes about Hindu gods, so I'm not going to try to say anything that I don't know, but it just really, really looks good. The colors, orange, pink, blue, very good. Very, very good. I used all of those colors for my channel, so you could say that I'm a fan of orange and blue. Number 4. Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. I always adored this image. You still see the man getting burned by the business, the music industry, and obviously this album is focused around the tragedy that Syd Barrett's life became, and Shine On You Crazy Diamond actually tackled this a little deeper. But I really, really always loved Wish You Were Here. It's, like I said, it's my first record. This is the first record that I ever hold in my hands. And the cover, I said this already, but it perfectly suits the record. It's just so good. If you think about songs like Have a Cigar, if you think about songs like Welcome to the Machine, they all are anti-music industry, anti-labels, anti-big labels and stuff like that. And like I said already, the person getting burned by the business, by the music business, and here you've got the faceless man offering you a contract, in this case, a record, in the desert. Just very, very, very good. Like I said, I love this. I love this record, and I love the imagery of the record. Now we're getting to the first 3 spots. Number 3. AC/DC, Let There Be Rock. I know you haven't seen this one coming, but wait till you see number 1. Let There Be Rock, well, it's again about the colors. I really, really love this greenish blue and the orange red that we've got here. We've got Angus Young portrayed as this like messiah person. The entire band, Bon Scott, Cliff Williams, Phil Rudd, having their heads down and towards Angus. Obviously, then there are lots of fans. Angus is shredding a great guitar solo as he always does. He's, by the way, one of the most well, I won't say underrated, because there are many fans that actually think that he is a very, very good technician, which he kind of is. But he's a very, very good song-related player. Like, he plays perfect for the song, and he's got an amazing sound. But like this record, as I said, I really like it. I really like the cover, and it is actually one that has stood up there on the shelves for quite a while. Yeah, but it's, like I said, most about the colors. Actually, this is the first time that AC/DC ever used this font for their logo, which they are still using today, actually. Number 2, my favorite record of all time, Pink Floyd, Animals. I said that already. Animals is my all-time favorite record, and the cover is the same thing. It is the same color scheme that Let There Be Rock goes for, but the topics that this record tackles, which is the human society and the different layers of this exact society, it is perfectly mirrored in this album cover. We've got this big power plant, this, well, now out of time power plant, with Alfie the pig floating above it, and the record talking about the 3 layers that Pink Floyd sees in the societies, which are the sheeps, like the common folk, the dogs that are trying to get up and fight their way up, and the pigs that are already up there and are pigs. Well, and the record just really, really good illustrates it. And it's actually a real picture, even though they've fused 2 pictures together, I think, but they really, really let a pig float up there. It's not Photoshop as the youth would call it. Number 1, and like I said, you will be surprised. The Magician's Birthday, Uriah Heep. Yeah, I am a Uriah Heep fan, I've said this already, but The Magician's Birthday really, for me, is marvelously good looking, and it's the same thing that I've said already. it is the fantasy scheme. I just love the fantasy scheme. The music on it is really, really good, and the like how the artist lined out what he thought was important, like the hero and the face of the antagonist, the girl with the plants here, and the rock he's standing obviously, but the rest is red and blue, and this contrast again, really, really good. I love this record cover, and actually this record cover is the only reason that I ever bought a record of Uriah Heep. This one and Demons and Wizards. But actually I have to say, and I'm maybe going to do a little video about this anytime soon, Uriah Heep really knew how to make good looking record covers. I mean, if you look up there, you can see Innocent Victim somewhere down here. I'm not entirely sure where. I think it's actually this one. It's not, then it's this one. We've got Look at Yourself, original cover with original copy actually, with a working mirror. Uriah Heep really knew how to make good looking record covers, in my opinion. Yeah, those are my picks. Please tell me yours. I'm very, very interested to see them. Put them in the comments. If you want to see more, you know what to do. It was a pleasure to have you here. Till the next time. Bye.